Is I know I'm not supposed to watch R-rated movies because the Bible teaches that we're supposed to keep our hearts pure, and I just use common sense and realized that I probably shouldn't watch R-rated movies. And I was just like, that hit me. I was like, wow, like here's a 14-year-old girl who doesn't need to be told every little jot and tittle to do, and she already understands um is more spiritual than most Mormons. Um, and I don't know, that just always that left an impact on me, and that was the week I think I left my mission. Anyway, my companion was also a major chotch. He just tried to control me. One day after it got 30 minutes after it got done raining, we were out proselyting, and I was carrying the umbrella with me as if it was a cane, just because I didn't know if it was going to start raining again. And he yelled at me because he said that he accused me of what I thought was that he was accusing me of making it look like I was a pimp because I was using it as a cane. And that's when I finally just got upset and yelled at him, and I was like, all you've done since I've been here is try to control me, and it just got done raining 30 freaking minutes ago. I want to carry an umbrella because ever since I was a little kid, I've always had that pet peeve. If it was raining and I had to walk to school, I just wouldn't go to school because something about the feel of rainwater on me, it just feels different than like shower water. It feels dirty, and I don't like that feeling. So I wanted to make sure I had my umbrella, and I guess that is something childish, but to be surrounded by that 24 hours a day, someone always trying to control you that you can't escape from, it just makes you freaking not want to take any crap from him at one point. And anyway, so here's the fun part. The Sweet Brown's mission escape, Elder Bowman's mission car escape. One day in the morning when my companion was taking a shower, we had two showers in our apartment, and he was in his shower. I went into my bathroom, turned on the water, and turned on the shower, and then locked the door. So when he came out from his shower, he would think that I was still in mine. That's 007 stunt right there. Well, anyway, as soon as I locked the door, I grabbed the keys, grabbed my backpack, and I take all my journals, all my money, all the letters that people have sent me. I took my two ukuleles, and I think I didn't even take my scriptures or my garments. I actually left all my garments on a pile in the floor so they would have to pick them up later. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, I just grabbed everything that was important. And I grabbed the $200 that the mission packet told me to bring in case of an emergency. So I only had $200 cash, but I also had the credit card or the debit card church gave me, which I think had like $125 on it at a time, or maybe a little bit more. But anyway, I hop in the car, and I've never been out west before. I've lived on the same street my entire life, and I'm being 100% honest about that. I lived on the same street. I know that's kind of unusual nowadays, but I've done it. And I've never been out west. I went to Arizona one time for a week to visit my mom's friend, but that's it. And that was when I was like 16. So I hop in the car, and I just see Las Vegas. And I remember I overheard missionaries talking about how Las Vegas is the closest airport, closer than Salt Lake. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to drive all the way to Salt Lake. I'm driving the 2 hours to Las Vegas. And I just follow the road signs, just kept saying Las Vegas this way or that way, and I just follow it. And about an hour later, it took an hour before anyone even knew I was gone, before my mission companion had the common sense to knock on the door. I don't know what he thought I was doing, but he took a long time to see what I was doing. And then about an hour later, the phone call started flooding. And at this point, I have some hip-hop channel on the radio because I wanted to listen to some tunes. So I don't even pick up the call until I get to the airport. Needless to say, I walk into the airport, and I walk up to the first counter, and I say, hey, look, I only got $200, and I need to get from here to my home. And that's Dayton, Ohio, by the way. I'm actually from Dayton, Ohio. 937, baby. But yeah. And the first booth couldn't find one for under $400, and I'm like, oh, great. I freaking stole the mission car, drove all the way to the Las Vegas airport. I'm gonna have to drive back home because I'm not gonna be able to get a plane ticket. I'm like, that's my life. But anyway, I go to the next booth that guy points me to, and they have a ticket for, I think, right at $200. Like, I didn't have any cash money left, so it had to be really close to $200, and it was standby, so I didn't know exactly when I'd be getting home. But the first thing I did was I got some change. I must have had enough change left to use the payphone once or twice, because I called my mom and I just cried like a baby. Not so much because I knew she would still love me. I wasn't worried about that. Just because of the situation I put myself in. I didn't know if I was even going to get in trouble for stealing the mission car or not. But I kind of feel like the church wouldn't do that just because they probably don't want the bad publicity. Sorry for the sun coming through the window. Hope that's not... I'll try to sit up. But anyway, yeah. And after I got on the phone, about 2 hours later, I built up enough courage to call the missing president, and I told him to come get the car, and I told him I left the keys in it, and I told him exactly where I parked it, and he just told me bye, and that was it, and it was awkward. But anyway, so I spent a whole day in the Las Vegas airport, and then I finally got on a plane to Atlanta, Georgia, where I spent another 24 hours, and then I finally arrived in Dayton, Ohio, where I was home. So I spent a total of 2 whole days, day and nights, in America's finest airports, and thank goodness for the church's debit card, because I ate at Popeyes. I ate whatever I wanted, pretty much, and it was great. But yeah, that's it. It felt pretty good. That was a really good feeling driving home. I'll never forget it. Yeah. But anyway, since then I enrolled at my community college. I still had enough money saved up because I didn't blow it all on my mission to afford at least 1 semester at my community college. And I went there, and I'm still going there this semester. And since then I got a job that pays really good, and it's at a truck dock in Dayton, and I did the math, and if I save up enough, I'll still be able to pay for my associate's degree and also have enough saved to where I'll be able to get my bachelor's degree without going into debt. And I don't even pay my tithing, so that's just good news. So, I mean, yeah, life's good. I just want anyone out there who's in the same situation to know that life really doesn't matter about the church. Like, at the end of the day, it's just like this little speck of a significance, and I'll be the first to admit that it's at times it doesn't feel like that. It feels like a lot more. And I don't know what I would have done if I was born in the church. Thank goodness my mom wasn't a convert, so she understood and didn't give me a hard time, and just was glad to see me when I came home. That was nice. But yeah, just keep chugging. Know that another day is always around the bend, and it's always worth living, even if it's shitty, because it's the only one you got. So you might as well enjoy it and wait till the good times, if you know what I'm saying. Shout out to all my friends on RFM, all my friends in real life, and anyone who's ever been my friend or who's encouraged me in any way, shape, or form. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, goodbye.